Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Crayon Lane Teach, and today we're going to be talking about addition, and specifically this video is going to be looking at addition with a number line. So if you think that's something that you'll find useful, then keep on watching. So today we're going to be looking at teaching addition using a number line. So here I've drawn my own number line just very quickly onto a whiteboard, but obviously you can find lots of number lines online to print out, or you can even ask the children to make their own on pieces of paper. But it's actually quite handy to be able to draw on your number line. So if you do print out a number line from online, maybe laminate it so that the children can then draw the jumps on, because at least at first anyway, because that makes things a lot easier for them. So today we're going to be looking at a very simple addition, so something like 2 add 3 equals. Now the first thing that I always do with when I'm teaching addition to children using a number line is I always explain the process of what number you start on and how many jumps, and that seems to be what they find easiest. So we talk about how, since the first number in this addition is the number 2, that is the number that we start on, which is obviously here. Now if children are finding it a bit tricky to find the number, or say once they've found the number they then have to look at how many jumps they've to do and they maybe lose it, I would encourage them just to do what I've done and to draw a little dot or a little star on the number that they're actually going to be starting on. So we start on the number 2, then we're going to talk about this symbol here, adding. So make sure that the children know that when we're adding that we're going up the number line, okay, so that we're going towards the higher numbers. So make sure they know which direction that we're going to be going in since we're adding. Then the next number is going to be how many jumps we're doing. So I always ask the children, right, okay, we're going to be starting on 2, we're adding, we're doing add 3, so how many jumps are we doing? So we're going to be doing 3 jumps. So we start on number 2 and then we're going to be doing 1, 2, 3 jumps. Then ask the children to tell us what number we have landed on. So here we've landed on the number 5, so that's going to be our answer, and then we're going to write the number 5 after the equals. So that's one way of using a number line to teach addition. So once the children you're working with are starting to look at more trickier additions, then you can actually use your number line in a bit of a different way, and you can encourage them to do jumps of 5 and jumps of 10, as well as jumps of 1, to help them do addition in different ways. So for example, just say we had this addition here, 2 add 14 equals. So again, you'll be talking about what number we start on. So we're going to be starting on the number 2, so you can put a little mark again on the number 2 to show where you're starting. So this time, instead of doing 14 jumps of 1, so 14 little jumps going on to each number, if your children are on to adding 10 or adding 5 and they know that say 2 add 10 would bring them up to 12, you can encourage them to then do one big jump of 10, so from 2 all the way up to the number 12, okay? So then that would be a jump of 10, and then they can do 4 little jumps of 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to their answer, which would be 16. So that's a different way that you can be doing adding using a number line. If your children are looking for more of a challenge, if they're on to adding 10, doing jumps of 10, then this is another way that you could do addition using a number line. So you can also use your number line to do addition using jumps of 5. So you might want to then do another trickier addition, so maybe say something like 3 add 11 equals, okay? So this one we'd be looking again, thinking about what number we start on, the number 3, so we'd find number 3 on the number line, put a little mark on it so we know where we're starting. And then this time we would possibly do a jump of 5, so we would be going from the number 3 up to the number 8. And I would actually be asking the children to write on it as well, above each jump, what size their jump is. So if they're doing a 5 jump, or if they're doing a jump of 10, just so that you can keep track of what they've done, what they've added on. Then we can do another jump of 5, so we'd be going from 8 up to 13. There we go, and then again you'd be adding on 5. So then they know that they've added 5, they've added another 5, so they've done add an addition of 10 altogether, so then they just need to do one little jump of 1. There we go. And then they know then that they've landed on the number 14, so then that would be their answer. So it's actually quite good to encourage children to do addition in lots of different ways, so then they can explore if they find doing jumps of 1 easier, or if they find adding on 10, then adding on like the ones after that, or if they find doing jumps of 5 easier. So it's really good just to let them explore lots of different ways of doing addition, so then they can figure out what works best for them.